Glad to have you with us in the studio. I'm Reese Davis, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. And maybe by the end of the day, somebody's going to storm that big Buccaneer ship and fire the cannon of victory. Warm-ups wrapping up and kickoff closing in from Tampa. That's going to do it for us. Thanks for checking out the pregame show. NCAA college football action coming right at you. Brad and Kirk on the call. David and I are back at halftime.
We aren't far from Ybor City, but the party can wait until after the game as these two teams are ready to go at it. Before we head down to the field for the coin toss, we'd like to remind you this game is brought to you by Coke Zero. Real Coke taste, 0 calories. Enjoy everything. Morton is lined up to kick this one off, and you can feel the thunder in the crowd as they await the start of this game. Stanley fields at the goal line. He makes it out to maybe the 23-yard line. So here comes the offense taking the field for the first time today. And down he goes, right around to 40.
A pass like that is so hard to defend because the defender doesn't have a great play on the ball unless it's underthrown. It's all based on connection between the quarterback and his receiver.
From their own 40-yard line. First down. Bradley up the gut. And they get nice yardage on that run.
That's a gain of 7 on the play. That makes it 2nd and 2.
They come out in an empty backfield. Quick throw out to the receiver. Tackle around the 44-yard line.
When you can move the ball downfield in big chunks like that, you've got the defense right where you want them.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 44. And he's tackled at the 33. So they go on the ground and pick up another first down.
They are stringing together a nice little drive here. If they keep this up, it'll be hard to keep them out of the end zone.
From the 33-yard line, it's first down. Boy, was he drilled as he let go of that football.
Yeah, he's going to feel that one tomorrow.
Slings it.
Very solid gain through the air. I'm impressed with the poise of this quarterback and the ability of the receiver to keep his concentration and get his hands on the football.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Looks middle, got his back. He's taken down around the 25-yard line. And they lose a couple there.
Pretty good stand there. They weren't fooled at all by the offensive play call.
It's 4th down. They'll call on the field goal unit here for this long field goal attempt. Rice could take the lead with this field goal. Kicks up, and he got it. Reese Davis joins us in the studio with this update. Reese?
The Temple Owls doing battle in Philadelphia, and for Temple, they strike Haydard first with this touchdown.
He sends this one deep. Williams has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. He's to the 20. They'll bring him down at the 21. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive. And they make the stop right around the 18-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 13.
Second down, 13 yards to go. Ball on the 18-yard line. Finds his man, and they take him down immediately.
I think he could have taken a risk down the field, but he played it safe instead, and that's one of the keys to winning ball games.
It's 3rd down, 8 to go. Ball on the 23. And a quick throw. Knocked out of bounds at the 49.
The Bulls have a lot at stake here, including some possible record-breaking performances. Records and stats are great, but I think to a man, these players say, let's win the game first, and then any accolades we get along with it, that'd be great.
From their own 49-yard line, first down. He chucks it downfield. Makes the grab, and he's knocked out of bounds. Big play right there. What a great play.
This is the timing that we talked about in the pregame that they must have in order to be successful with their passing game. That time the quarterback threw it to a spot, and his receiver was there to make a nice grab.
It's 1st down and 10 now after picking up some great yardage through the air. And it pays off. Touchdown. He makes the PAT. A 5-play, 79-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown.
You know, when you can throw the football as well as these guys can, you don't necessarily always have to have a balanced attack because you're so proficient at throwing the ball.
They line up to kick this one away.
You like that? You like that?
Stanley from the 1. And he's taken down at the 21-yard line. And while they are behind, they know they can knot things up in a heartbeat. It's way too early to change your game plan. Pitch out. Nice run there. 5-yard gain on the toss play.
That brings them 2nd and 5.
From their own 26-yard line. 2nd down. Brought down right around the 26-yard line. Picked up a yard of anything on that run.
And he's brought down there by the senior at linebacker. That won't be the last time today we'll be talking about this young man.
Caught, open field. Tackle made at the 16-yard line.
Call it a gain of 58 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
So after the big pass play, we've got a 1st down. And he's tackled after positive yardage.
Call it a gain of 4 yards. That makes it 2nd and 6.
They'll bring him down around the 4-yard line.
Gaining 8 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line.
36, 36.
Touchdown, Rice! So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. And he converts the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
Wait till you see what happened in Philadelphia. Let's take yet another peek at this game. A touchdown apiece, 7-7.
And we thank you, Reese Davis. Back to the action here. Everyone's all lined up and ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And they can forget about returning this one.
Well, this is a very competitive game. Just when you think one team has gained the advantage or the momentum, the other team comes fighting back, and it's going back and forth. This is almost like a basketball game. Well, the last time we saw this offense on the field, they drove the length of the field. And you think back to what that defensive coordinator tried to do. He tried to change some things up, but nothing seemed to work. It's going to be interesting to see.
Intercepted off the tip. Intercepted off the tip. What a great play by the D.
Way to locate the ball and come up with the pick. That is a great play right there.
We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 15-yard line. Rice has a 3-point lead. And he's taken down right around the 12-yard line. The back gets 3 on the carry.
This safety is as vicious a player as you're going to find. He will make the tackle every single time.
Inside handoff. He's tackled at the 2.
Maybe after a nice run like that, you try to go up in the air with a play-action pass.
1st and goal from the 1. Expect to see something straight up the middle. Pitch play to the left. And And they'll bring him down behind the line.
That brings him second and goal.
And they got him for a loss.
The defense was in the backfield by the time he took the pitch. Great penetration.
And that'll do it. Very good first quarter of action. 10-7, Owls. And we welcome you back to the action here. Just about set to start the second quarter. Throws, and it's knocked away. Nice job there to bring up a fourth down.
Pretty good throw here by the quarterback, but he couldn't quite get it in there. That was a nice job by the defense.
So it's fourth down. This isn't much more than an extra point. Rice is up by 3. The kick is up, and it's through the uprights.
And you got to think they're pretty happy with holding them to a field goal right there.
Looks like they're ready for the kick. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 10. He makes it out to maybe the 16-yard line. There hasn't been too much daylight between these two teams. In games like this, some players try to press too much, and that can cause mistakes. Fires quickly, and he's got his man. And he tackles him hard at the 26.
First down.
And he's tackled right away.
That brings him second and 1.
It's second down now, and they're just a few feet away from that first down marker. Gets it. He's in space. And down he goes at the 40. He wants it all. And that play could have gone for 6.
Oh, boy, you're right. And all week long, this secondary did a lot of talking about how they were going to dominate these receivers. I think this is time that they step up and prove it on the field. Forget about talking trash. Let's see how they react after giving up that big play.
So let's see how the defense responds now. It's first down and 10. Quick pass, and he's right there to knock it away.
Wow, I thought he was going to squeeze that pass in for 6 points, but the defensive back does a nice job to reach out and bat it away.
Fires out to his receiver. Tackle around the 9-yard line. And for Ellison, he keeps adding to his awesome career passing totals.
There have been some great passers to come through here. This would be quite an accomplishment.
And he's going to come up with a sack.
Perfect time to call the blitz. He took a bit of a chance, but it paid off by the linebacker being able to get through there, shoot the gap, and get to the quarterback.
Fourth down. They'll line it up for the field goal. It's up, and they tack on 3 points. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He'll take it from the 2. He's to the 20. And down he goes at the 26-yard line. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Rice is up a field goal. Good outside run there. The halfback toss gets maybe 4 yards. From their own 30-yard line. Second down. He's scrambling. Room around the corner. He goes out of bounds. Around the 50-yard line.
This is a pretty tough guy, and he's a great leader. He's going to do whatever it takes to help his team.
He's got the corner. Gets to around the 42. Nice blocking on the counter, and he was able to pick up around 8 yards.
Second and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. Another run. He's taken down at the 45.
Boy, did you see how the defense just swarmed to the ball carrier? That was fantastic pursuit. I like the call here by the defense to bring the heat with the outside linebacker. It was just a better call by the offense, and that's why it's a first down.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 33. The Owls running back down there on the sideline. He was injured earlier. He means a lot to this offense, but I think he's going to be able to come back in. Looks like he's ready to go. Fires quickly to the tight end. He steps out right around the 32-yard line.
That brings up second and 9.
Rice holds a field goal lead. And he's tackled around the 23-yard line.
The offensive coordinator has to be elated with the way his offense right now is executing. They're not in a hurry, but they're very, very methodical and very consistent with their approach. That's a third first down that they've picked up on this drive.
This is the 8th play of this drive. They'll drop him for a loss. That was well defended by this defense.
The offensive line is so concerned with their penetrating abilities that these linebackers are able to roam free and make plays like that.
From the 27-yard line, it's second down. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line.
That's a gain of 1 on the play. That brings up third and
10th play of the drive. That'll bring up 4th and long, and we should be seeing the kicker here.
Good stand by the defense to keep them out of the end zone on this drive.
It's 4th down. It looks like they're going to try for the long field goal. Kicks away, and it's good.
Yeah, he got some good leg behind it, and he kicked an accurate ball right between the goalposts.
16-10, Rice. Williams gets set to kick this one away. He just drills this one. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. The Bulls quarterback, Kirk, he has done his job. Unfortunately, there's 22 guys on a team, and one guy's doing a great job. The other 21 aren't so much.
That's not going the way they had hoped or planned. Right now, you're right. The quarterback's doing what he needs to do to be able to move the ball.
But the running backs, the wide receivers, the offensive line, the entire group, they've got to do a better job. Right now, when you look at that scoreboard, they've got to be really frustrated to think that they're down. Now, they still have time to get back in the game, and we'll see if they can adjust their mental mindset.
Quarterback stats are one thing. Winning the game is what's more important. From their own 31-yard line, first down. Throws complete, and he's hit right away.
Makes the reception. That'll bring up second and 3.
Quick strike to the receiver. To the 20. Touchdown saving tackle, but it leaves him with a first and goal. It's first down, and they'll be looking for 6 points here. Tackled after a decent run up the gut.
That brings up second and goal.
The short yardage defense here. And they'll score. The kicker on the field. He'll try to put his team up by a point. And he tacks on the extra point. Morton has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. Stanley fields it at the 1. He's to the 20. Gets to about the 24-yard line. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Scrambling around. And they make the stop right around the 30. He must not have seen anybody open on that play.
Nobody open downfield, but he's got to be careful. I like his toughness, but those kind of hits are going to take a toll on him eventually.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. Now he's scrambling. Dives, and he's down. You can't design these kind of plays.
You really can't, Brad. That was just great instincts to know where the sticks were.
Now he tries to buy some time. And they bring him down for a sack on the play. The Bulls will use their first time out of the half.
You have to keep an eye on this guy, especially during passing situations, because he does a great job of getting to the quarterback, as we saw right there.
From their own 29-yard line, it's second down. He's to the 40. He's at midfield. Inside the 30. They'll bring him down at about the 7-yard line. The Owls using their third and final timeout. He gets it up, and it's good.
Even though they gave up a field goal here, that defense is feeling pretty good about themselves right now. It could have just as easily been a touchdown.
It's halftime here, and we really saw some offensive fireworks in that first half. Rice leads it 19-17.
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollack here, completely locked in on that first half. We've been looking forward to this game all week, and it has lived up to billing. A close game. You feel like that it's going to be a great second half, and boy, we've got the perfect guys in the booth. What a reward today for Nestler and Herb Street to get this game.
Well, you know, it's not a secret, Reese. They get the best game every week that we think's on the schedule, right? So they got this great. It's great.
Welcome back, everybody. Second half action about to begin. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 20, and he's taken down at the 27.
Kirk, you and I like seeing points. We're seeing points in this third quarter. This has been fun.
And I think it's going to continue, Brad. I think the adjustments that were made at halftime have allowed these quarterbacks to go out and really be able to take command of how they want to attack each defense. It's going to come down to that final drive.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense.
And they got it. And for Nugent, that was sack number 2.
Loss of 9 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Defense hoping for another sack here on 3rd and long. The quarterback in the gun with 5 receivers.
Blue 45! Blue 45!
Tackle made
Around the 41-yard line.
First and 10. Ball on their own 41. And he's hit before he can go anywhere. He's tackled at the 33-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 33-yard line, it's first down.
Ready! Red 18! Red 18!
Throws it in a hurry. He's all the way. Touchdown. And for Ellison, his passing totals are looking like they might make school history.
It's been a terrific campaign for this young man from day one. Breaking that record would be quite an honor.
So the kicker's going to stay on the sidelines. These guys will try for a 2-point conversion. He's got the 2.
So that's a 6-play, 72-yard drive. And they come away with a 2-point conversion.
You know, when you can throw the football as well as these guys can, you don't necessarily always have to have a balanced attack because you're so proficient in throwing the ball.
Stanley from the 1. And he makes it out to about the 24-yard line.
Ellison's play so far in this football game, he's really the definition of just being a solid competitor every week.
Yeah, I mean, you and I have been watching him, and just every week he has impressed us. And then to be able to sit down and talk with him, I think that's the thing that really I took away from our meeting is not just is this guy a talented player, but how competitive he is. And we've seen that again in this football game, just his competitive spirit, leading this team, and up to this point, just a flawless performance.
Throws complete. He's got room to work. Steps out of bounds at about the 27-yard line.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 27-yard line. Second down. run there. Bradley gets 6 yards on the carry.
That'll bring up 3rd and inches.
Great job here in shutting down the run. That's a real boost for this team.
That makes it 4th and 4.
Barber to punt. Got the corner. He's at midfield. And he's tackled at the 37-yard line. Flag down, and I'm not sure when it was thrown. Let's find out.
Receiving team.
Clipping is the call, and now they'll have to find a way to make up those yards right here. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 31. And down he goes around the 32-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. From their own 47-yard line. First down. He's at the 40. Wide out, makes the first down catch. Tackle at the 21. And he's taken down at about the 9-yard line.
That makes it 1st and goal.
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. They go with a run. He takes it right side for a good gain. Novak gets 6 yards on the play.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
This defense not wanting to give an inch here. And he has it on the corner. And he gets the touchdown. He splits the uprights with the extra point. The Bulls defensive back left earlier with an injury. They need him back out there because right now the offense has been picking on his replacement. He's to the 20. He makes it to the 25-yard line. There's a flag down, and it looks like this one's coming back.
Personal foul. Clipping. Receiving team.
That's frustrating for a coach when you preach fundamentals every week and then have someone called for clipping. That penalty really is going to set them back.
Let's see if this drive has a more rewarding conclusion than their last, which ended with a punt.
Down 2 possessions, this offense has to step up and capitalize on this possession.
Here's the halfback. 3-yard gain by the running back.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
It's 2nd down, 7 to go. Ball on their own 14. Quick throw, caught by the fullback. Brought down around the 20-yard line.
Now, I think he's got a good rhythm going right now with his wide receivers. He hit him for a nice gain.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 1. Empty backfield, quarterback in the gun. 5 wide receivers. Throws it, watch out. Oh, almost had a pick.
Man, I don't know if this quarterback misread the defense or just made a poor decision, but that wasn't a pass he should have thrown.
Myers will be the return man. Tackle made at the 44-yard line. The Bulls have got to remember that they've still got a fight on their hands in this football game.
Yeah, they cannot afford to get sloppy. Remember the first half, how bad they looked. And as good as things are going right now, with an entire quarter to go, they got to continue to play good football.
The offense will come out again hoping to have similar results as their last drive.
This offensive coordinator's got to be feeling so good about the execution that he's seeing from his quarterback and his wide receivers. Because, again, they put so much time into trying to put a plan together, and to be able to see that actually come into play makes you feel pretty good as a play caller.
They find themselves in a hole here after that sack. It's 2nd and long. They'll line up with 5 wide receivers. Gets it out in a hurry. And that one's incomplete.
This quarterback needs to be careful not to use his arm strength to try to force things, because that's when mistakes happen.
Throws incomplete, knocked away.
Number 23 was the intended receiver on the play. That makes it 4th and long.
They've got 10 guys up. It looks like they're going to try to block this one. Plenty of hang time on this one. Calls for the fair catch. The offense takes the field again. They were forced to punt their last time out.
If they're going to make a comeback in this game, it's going to have to start now. This offense has to get rolling.
He gets out to about the 18-yard line. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
Nice play here by the senior to make the sure tackle. It's not very often that someone's able to shake this guy.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Ball on the 18. Catches it, and he's looking for more. The 50. Good tackle. He was the last line of defense.
Well, they found some seams in the coverage there. Let's see if the defense makes any adjustments to counter.
The lineman got a little ahead of the snap count. Here's the call.
False start, offense.
That penalty drives them back, and they're shooting themselves in the foot here.
Well, if they can just keep their concentration, they'll avoid situations like that.
So we'll have 1st and 15 after the penalty. There's a strike complete. He's taken down around the 40-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Concentration lapse right there. The coaches will be giving them an earful for it, too.
From the 25-yard line. 1st down. He's on the run. And he's tackled around the 24-yard line. Robinson picks up a yard on the scramble.
That brings up 2nd and 8.
From from the 24-yard line. Second down. 5 guys will be out in the pattern as they're in the shotgun. He's scrambling, and he hits him hard at the 23-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense. Automatic first down.
And that'll bring this third quarter to a close. The Bulls with a 13-point lead. Back in this very pivotal fourth quarter. And they make the stop right around the 4-yard line.
Gain of 8 yards. That'll bring up second and 3.
They need about 3 yards to get the first here on second down. Touchdown, Rice!
He's got a nose for the end zone. What more can you say? He wasn't giving up on that run until he was in for the score.
And he tacks on the extra point. A quick update now. Here's Reese.
Time to head to Philadelphia, and we've been keeping an eye on this one all day. The Owls hammer that running game and score a touchdown. Osborne's the type of back that lives to rob your will as a defense. The defense might have a will, but they have no way of stopping him. He's scored 3 touchdowns.
All right, thanks, Reese. Back to the live action here. Williams has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He just drills this one. This senior quarterback's put on a good show, Kirk.
Well, I think right now you can almost look at him and it's effortless. You know, he does a good job using his experience to be able to read the defense, and then he's getting rid of the football. The most important thing in playing quarterback is, number one, to be able to read the defense, be able to process that information, and then throw the ball with accuracy. And that's what he's doing.
And he's tackled right away.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And the defense gives up some free yards to the offense.
You know, penalties can ruin a team's chances to win if they commit too many.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 50-yard line.
Let's go! Red 18!
And he is drilled at the 41. Great job by the running back, and that's a gain of 9.
That brings up second and 1.
They'll bring him down around the 39-yard line.
That's a gain of 2. That makes it first and 10.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 39. Tackle made at the 28-yard line. He'll get the call again. He gets out to about the 25-yard line.
That's good for a gain of 3 yards. That'll make it 2nd and 7.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Ball on the 25-yard line. Fires out to his receiver. Knocked out of bounds at the 18. So they'll pick up a first down there on a 7-yard completion.
And how about the poise of this quarterback to locate his receiver past the sticks and get him the ball? That was a great throw.
When you've got a quarterback making throws that quickly, the defense doesn't have a lot of time to react to the play. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Here's the 8th play of the series. Slings it. And he's got the touchdown. And he converts the extra point. It was a 7-play, 65-yard drive, and the result, 7 points.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
Morton ready to kick. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 24-yard line.
Kickoff return, 23 yards.
Let's find out if the defense has made any adjustments after giving up a touchdown on that last drive. He's tackled around the 33-yard line.
Call it a gain of 9 yards. That makes it 2nd and 2.
It's second down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. He makes it to the 35-yard line.
Gain of 2 on the play. First down.
Quick pass. That's a great tackle at the 49.
Call it a gain of 14 yards. That makes it 1st and 10. Now he's scrambling. Runs with it, and he's got room. Diving for extra yardage.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
They're giving away free yards and only making life easier for the guys on the other side of the ball.
From the 17-yard line, it's first down. He's going to try and scramble. And they bring him down for a sack on the play.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. Two-score game, and they can cut that down here if they can get this one in the end zone. Less than 3 minutes in the game. Finds his receiver. Touchdown. That was a well-drawn-up play for the wideout.
Yeah, they saw something upstairs. It led to a touchdown. You can thank the play calling there. Very impressive.
And he hits the PAT. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
Got you up to date from Philadelphia. We've been watching this thing all day long. And for Temple, they've now moved out in front.
Williams looks ready to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. He's to the 10. And he's taken down at the 22.
Boy, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a second time?
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Throws it in a hurry. Good open field tackle. We've got a 1st and 10. Ball on the 37-yard line. Tackled after a decent pickup. No back. Gets 6 yards on the carry. Rice just took their first time out. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. And he carries the ball for a nice gain. Novak picks up about 4 yards on the play. Rice is going to have to use their 2nd time out of the half. It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker. Tackled after a decent run up the gut. And they convert the first down on that run.
And the key to that play is a good blocking up front by the Hog Mollies.
Throw. They just took what the defense gave them on that play.
Yeah, you're right. That was a good job of getting that pass completed for positive yardage.
2nd down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Brought down after a nice run up the middle. Complete. He's got space to work. Brought down at about the 31.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it 2nd and 4.
They're about 4 yards away here on 2nd down.
Mark 55! Mark 55! Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
And down he goes at the 18-yard line.
That makes it 1st and 10.
We're at play number 9 of this current drive. We have less than a minute to go. The offense lining up in a victory formation, and he takes a knee.
Allison's
The star of the game, Kirk. It's as simple as that. He played a great game. The whole team played a great game, and they won it. That's the important part.
Yeah, Brett, he had an excellent game, and really kind of what we expected coming into today's game for him to be able to step up and show that he's one of the top players in the country, and he really didn't disappoint at all. While individual accolades are great, I'm sure he'll tell you the fact that his team came away with a victory is really the most important aspect of this game.